Welcome to the
People of fucking Boston. Shout out people of Boston. Park the car in Harvard Yard. I'll tell you what, the people who do this podcast, whoever's listening, good shit. They're good shit. We're here with the people of Boston. They're beauties. We're chilling.
Welcome back to the People of Boston podcast. I am your co-host Joe, here with the other co-host.
My name is Matt. Thanks for tuning back in. We got episode 15 coming at you. Joe, that was very relaxed. I felt like I was almost about to get like a spa treatment or something.
Well, you are, but that'll be after we finish recording.
Is that the birthday present?
That is, yeah. You didn't get all of it yet. You thought that tequila was it, but
I know.
Just you wait.
It was recently my birthday. Joe and my roommates got me a very nice tequila, which I'm enjoying right now. Some other news. I recently ran a half marathon.
Right.
Yeah. Like, kind of ran. I'm not a runner by any means. My girlfriend and I, it was my girlfriend's idea. She dragged me into it. I didn't want to look like a pussy. So I said, okay, I'll do it. If your girlfriend asked you to do that, what would you say?
I mean, I would say yes.
You would say it?
Yeah.
Because there is something like you don't want to look like you're not up to it.
Right.
You don't want to look like...
I'd much rather do like a 5K kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, half marathon. I mean, I would, if she was like, we need to do it, then, I think I would do it. But
you would do it, yeah.
Hard to say no to, right?
Yeah, no, it is hard to say no to, and so we did it. We came in almost dead last. I came in 205th place out of 211 people. 2 hours and 48 minutes. In case anyone runs half marathons or know anything, would know that that's a probably terrible time. I didn't really train much for it, so I guess I have myself to blame. And quick story from it. The first 4 or 5 miles, I was keeping a good pace, doing well. Right, I'm like, okay, this is going good. I can do this forever. Around mile 7, 8 is when my legs started to get jacked up, and I was running on rocks. I just felt like it was just a brick. My leg was just a brick, and a blister started to form. Oof. And that didn't help. So things started to be painful from that point, and it's remained painful until throughout the entire rest of the run. I started to get really hungry around minute 90, which is about 8 or 9 miles. And luckily, there was a woman passing out Twizzlers, right? She goes, get your carbs in. So far, it's just been water. So now I'm getting food, some substance, because I was starving.
Thank God.
So the woman only holds out 2 Twizzlers. So I'm kind of I wanted more than 2. I was so hungry. I could have sat down, stopped right there, sat down, and ate a full meal.
Yeah, you probably could have ate that whole bag of Twizzlers.
Oh, yeah. So I get the 2 Twizzlers. I didn't want to steal some from my girlfriend, because I'm she's probably hungry too. I saw she ate all of hers. So I'm I can't ask her for one of hers, So we're still running. I finished the 2 Twizzlers in 20 seconds. I'm starving still, and I see people as we keep going down this road. People had also received Twizzlers and then maybe decided they only wanted one or whatever and threw them,
Yep.
And so what I did is I saw these Twizzlers that were just discarded, not wrapped, but I was starving. So I reached down, grabbed it, covered in sand and rocks, probably been stepped on, because we're at the end of the line. People have already been way past us. And I decided to eat a couple off the ground because I was so hungry. I had to do it. And I'm better for it, I think, but I guess I'll leave that up for you guys to decide.
Well, you haven't gotten sick yet, so that's good, right?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
If you were going to get sick from eating trampled on Twizzlers, it would have happened already?
Yeah.
So we're past that, which is good?
Yeah.
But why don't you tell the people, what did you eat before you ran the half marathon so they know not to eat just that before they run a half marathon?
Well, this was the thing is we were about 25 minutes away from the half marathon. We had to be there at around 6:45. So we woke up at 5:45, 5:30. So it's early. We don't have a lot of time in between to eat a full meal and then relax and then digest and then go run, So I had it, unless I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning and ate a full, eggs, bacon, whatever, all that shit, I would need to wake up earlier.
Yep.
So what I ate before the race was a rice cake covered in peanut butter and then a mini Cliff Bar. And then 2 dry scoops of pre-workout so I could wake up. But that was what my diet consisted of in the morning. But I didn't have a lot of time. If I ate a full sandwich or full toast, eggs, all this stuff, I would have had something sitting in my stomach while I'm running. And I would rather not have that.
So if you're going to do this again...
Yeah, I wouldn't. But if
Megan
I
asks again,
yeah, I would say no.
Yeah, okay.
I've already proved myself, you know. So,
If you were gonna do this again, what advice would you give to somebody else running their first half marathon?
I would say train. Right. I would say train for it. Run a decent amount beforehand. So like what I want to do is run a full half marathon before, just so I knew in my head it was possible.
Yep.
Because there was always that doubt in the back of my mind that like I'm not even capable of this. I thought the whole time, I like ignored that and was like, I'm definitely going to do it. But there's still that little voice because I didn't know if I have never ran that far. So I ran 7 miles in preparation, was the most I ever ran. So I knew I could do 7 miles, but I didn't know I could do the full 13 point whatever one. Yeah, so I would say train. I also got a little sick before the race, like a little like sniffles, you know.
Oh, okay.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, so that definitely set me back. So I would say don't get sick before you have to go and do this, because then you're not going to be able to do anything before.
True.
Yeah, so I'd say that's about it. Definitely the pre-workout.
Okay.
Pre-workout woke me right up and got me, I think is what coasted me through those first like 4 miles, is because I was so hopped up on pre-workout. Maybe that's why I crashed and my legs turned to bricks, because I was so dehydrated from the pre-workout. So I'm going to leave that up to everyone else to decide on their own, but it definitely will get you. If you're doing a 5K, definitely do a couple scoops of pre-workout. But that's it. And yeah, so if you listen to the last episode, you know that there was no people on the street audio, right? It was just me and you. It was still a fun episode.
Yep, I had fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to do, but there was no people on the street. Now we have people back on the street. We had time to go out and talk to some people. And what is the first question we're going to be doing?
So the first thing that we're going to talk about today...
Do you want to lead with the Boston quiz?
The Boston quiz.
Okay, so what I did is I put together a quiz. Joe also has another quiz for the future of more sport-related Boston sports.
That's right.
But what I have, because I'm a big movie, TV show guy, is like a Boston, we're calling it like a Who Am I quiz. So it's notable people that have some relation to Boston, whether they live here or were born here or raised here, and they're celebrities, movie stars, athletes, a couple athletes in there. But yeah, so you don't know the answers.
Nope.
And neither did the people on the streets of Boston. So I'm going to start by quizzing Joe with the Boston quiz, and we're going to do the same rules apply. So what I decided to mix this up when we were on the street is I offered a $20 grand prize.
Ooh.
If you win, which
Okay.
I will offer to you as well.
All right.
However, if you get a question wrong, to stay in the running for the $20, you have to call a parent and ask them for $10,000, I think it was, to invest.
Okay.
I think it was 10,000. It's a large amount of money. Whatever I asked them,
Yep.
It was a large amount of money, and you want them to invest in your, let's say you can say my business idea.
Okay.
And that's what we had people do, and some people actually called. So stay tuned for that, because like people called their parents on the streets. I never thought people would do this.
Yep.
I just threw the $20 there too to maybe incentivize them to do it, and it worked. And some people won too. So you'll see some winners.
Okay.
You'll see some people calling their parents, asking them for money. But before we get to that, let's start with the quiz. All right, let's get into it. The people of Boston Who Am I quiz. That's, I guess, how we'll market this.
Okay.
Cue the game show music, and then we're good to go. Ready? Okay, first question we got for you is, this person, Boston quiz, who am I? This person wore number 34 for the Boston Red Sox between 2003 and 2016 and was nicknamed Big Poppy. Who am I?
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, that's correct.
Cake.
That's the first question. I want to start with an easy one to catch people, right?
Oh, okay.
And also reel them in.
So now it's going to get
But
harder.
you'd be surprised. There was a kid that didn't even know
Really?
the answer was that, yeah.
Must not be from Boston.
He was, but it's Amari. If you guys remember Amari on the scooter, he's a younger kid, so I think it's because of the generational gap.
I know that you had him again. That's 3 times, right?
Yeah,
Three times?
no, 2 times.
2 times for the interview, but you saw him when you were interviewing that lady, right?
No, I've only seen him twice.
Saw him 3 times.
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah, twice.
Okay.
I know. Trust me. All right.
That was from his first interview?
No, the first time we saw him, we asked him about like a girl. He was on a scooter and he flew away.
Yeah.
The second time was just where you'll see him soon, where
was this?
I quizzed him on this.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Question number 2. Boston, who am I? I am a famous actor born in Boston and known for my role in the Bourne trilogy and Good Will Hunting. Who am I?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, that's correct. That is correct.
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe, you're doing good. You're in the running for $20. Third question. I'm a famous comedian. Why doesn't Netflix fucking ask me to host one of their shows?
You should.
When I'm watching this stupid cake show, the guy sucks. Who am I? Famous comedian. I'm a famous comedian born in Canton, Massachusetts. Shout out Trillium Brewery as well. I'm a famous comedian born in Canton, Massachusetts, known for my cynical and rough style of humor. My name has the initials BB. Who am I?
All right, I hate to be a pain in the ass. Read that one more time.
No, yeah. Maybe people also need it again, too. They're playing along. I'm a famous comedian born in Canton, Massachusetts, known for my cynical and rough style of humor. My name has the initials BB. Who am I?
I feel like I don't know any famous comedians from like the Boston area. Like I know Canton's not in Boston.
He was
like,
born in Canton. Born
Canton.
Outside, but
the only the only comedian I know is with the initials BB is Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, that's correct.
Bill Burr?
That's Bill Burr. Canton,
go.
Massachusetts. Bill Burr.
Okay.
Not my favorite, but
I love him.
Not bad. Okay, so fourth question. This is a popular actor who grew up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Their sibling is also a well-known actor. Are you getting that echo? Are you hearing an echo?
No.
Oh, wow. Something's fucked up with my head then. All right, so this person is a popular actor who grew up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. Sibling is also a well-known actor. And this individual starred in Manchester by the Sea. I don't know if you've seen that flick. I haven't, but I kind of know.
Yeah, I saw Manchester by
You
the
did
Sea.
see it. Okay. Who am I? I can read it again while you think. Popular actor who grew up in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Sibling is also a well-known actor. And this person starred in Manchester by the Sea. Who am I? Talk us through your thought process.
So I know who I'm thinking of. Sibling. It's not Matt Damon because I don't even know if their siblings famous. If he has siblings.
Okay.
The Afflecks.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only other.
Now, who was in
person I can
Manchester
think.
by the Sea?
I don't think Ben was. So I'm gonna guess Casey.
That's correct. Casey Affleck. Wow. Good work, Joe. Question 4 correct. We're on to question 5. This is the final question.
Oh my god.
Now, if you get this, I will be extremely surprised. Now, if you don't get this, you know the rules. You can skip this question, get another question to stay in the running for $20.
Yep.
You have to call your parents.
Okay.
Okay. Born in Boston, last name rhymes with Vader. Okay? Like Darth Vader. Born in Boston, last name rhymes with Vader, known for his guest appearance in The Office, which I know you're a fan of, his role in Avengers Age of Ultron, and the show Stargate. Who am I?
Bro, those last 2 hints are not helpful because I don't know Marvel.
You're not a Marvel guy.
No,
You're not
I don't
a
watch the
sci-fi guy.
superhero movies. Bill Hader.
No, good guess though. No, it's not Bill Hader. So,
Okay.
what do you think? Is it too much to bother your parents?
No, I think I'm gonna have to bother him.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Mom.
Beautiful Joe, I'm so sorry I missed your call.
You're gonna have to edit that out too.
What
That's
up?
okay. No, nothing's up. So me and Matt just had a little podcast meeting, and we got somebody to sponsor us. We're on the verge of making like a lot of money, and
Okay, wow.
basically what we were thinking is we need to like kind of fundraise for this opportunity. And so we kind of need like $10,000 to get this started and to like start making money for the podcast.
You already asked that question. Do you think I don't watch your shit, man? Do you think I don't watch it? I saw you ask that question. So was that a test?
Yes, that was a test.
I've already seen this shit.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry to bother you, Mrs. O'Rourke.
I'm sorry about the vulgarity. Alrighty.
All right.
Love you, Joseph.
Love you
And
too.
happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Matt. Yes, we forgot to shout out Matt's birthday.
you.
Happy birthday, Matt. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, yep.
All right.
Okay, guys, have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. It went pretty well.
Yeah.
Went well.
Kind of.
All right, so you're still in the running. You get the final question. You have to get this correct
Okay.
to win $20, Joe.
Wait, do I get the answer to the previous one?
Yes, so the answer to the previous one was James Spader.
I'm actually an idiot.
James Spader.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was like the
Yes.
boss for a while.
Dude, I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, with
Oh
the
my
glasses.
God. James Spader.
He's the voice of Ultron in
Like
Age of Ultron.
Gator. Mater,
Spader.
Mater. Never Spader.
James Spader. All right, so this is the final question. You, I think, will be able to do well with this. This is a popular actress, so it's a woman, I believe.
Yes.
Never asked her.
Yeah, don't.
Popular actress who was born and lives in Boston, known for her role in Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill. Who am I?
Oh, oh my God.
That's not.
Yeah, no, I got it. I can see her face. She's very hot. I mean, back in the day, anyway. She was hot. I know this. I know who it is.
You know who it is, but you got to get the name, and you got about 10 seconds because dead air is not good for a podcast.
I know. All right. Can I phone a friend? Or another hint, maybe. Another small hint.
No.
What else was she in?
Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction. You got 10 seconds.
Okay.
Countdown is on the screen. Oh. For $20.
I know. $20 is on the line.
And that's it. I'm sorry.
No,
you
don't
lose
tell
the
me.
Boston Who Am I quiz, Joe. It's unfortunate. I wish, and you called your mother too. I really wish you could have won some money. But
Well, you're welcome. I just saved you $20.
Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman.
Oh,
That's where the
I
M
knew
was
there was an
probably
M in
coming
there.
from. Yeah.
Damn it.
Uma Thurman. Okay, so now the listeners played along, hopefully. They know the answers. I'm gonna edit this differently this time, where I got some feedback, listener feedback, and they told me that they didn't like how I kind of read the question every single time.
Okay.
So they kept hearing the same questions over and over again repeated. So what I'm going to do is basically break this up by question. Like question 1 is going to be question 1 and you just see everyone's answer to question.
I like that. Okay.
That way you only hear me ask the question like once. Maybe I'll do it like I'll put it in there once or twice to remind people what they're listening to. But that way you're going to go question by question, not person by person when you're listening or watching. And hopefully that makes it a little more enjoyable to listen to / watch. If you're watching on Spotify, please watch us.
Good feedback. I like it.
And that's what we're doing. So let's go right to it. First question is, this person wore number 34 for the Boston Red Sox between 2003 and 2016 and was nicknamed Big Papi. Who am I?
Oh, David Ortiz.
David Ortiz. David Ortiz Bridge over there?
Just past it.
David Ortiz, correct. What's your name? Tabor. First question, who am I?
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, that's correct. So you're 1 for 1. Or for the Boston Red Sox between 2003 and 2016.
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, there you go. And was nicknamed Big Papi. Who am I?
Bro, of course I know Big Papi.
Who am I? You said you love Fenway, you love baseball, right?
Love what?
Who's Big Papi? You don't know?
Big Papi. Ooh, I know him. It's at the bottom of my mind.
I wish I knew.
All right, I'll give you guys a hint. I'm surprised you don't know him, Ari. The bridge over there is named after him.
The bridge?
That bridge right there is named after Big Papi. It's his full name. What's his name? On the first question, guys.
Hey, we're from Panama.
You guys like baseball? You guys follow it at all?
Now more.
Yeah,
Now more.
Very common back home.
Yeah.
Amari, you live in Boston. You're from Boston. You don't know this. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, first or last name?
First name's David.
Nah.
Big Papi. You don't know who Big Papi is?
I do, but it's my brain keeps.
David Ortiz. David Ortiz.
No, I'm not.
Let that go, okay? Second question. This is a famous actor, born in Boston, known for his role in the Bourne trilogy and Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
Is that your final answer?
No.
I don't know. I guess I'll agree with
I
him.
don't know.
All right, so I'll say it again.
Tom Hanks. Wait, was
He's
Tom?
not. Is he from
Oh my
Boston?
God, I don't know.
I don't know. Mark Wahlberg. That's only.
Yeah.
So it's not Mark Wahlberg. I'm sorry.
Now you're being shocked.
It's Matt Damon.
Oh, was it Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Wow.
So, because you got it wrong, I can give you the possibility to skip and keep going for the $20. You want to do that?
All right.
You guys get some popcorn and candy at the movies.
All right. Yeah.
On us. All right. So this is what you have to do to skip. You have to call a parent and on speaker and tell them you want $10,000 to invest in your friend's business.
Yeah. We'll call.
And if they ask what the business, oh, there goes the AirPod. If they ask what the business is, you have to tell them it's an app called Ride, and it's just describe Uber to them.
Alright.
So it's like already exists. So it has to be like, you want $10,000 for a stupid idea, basically.
Alright.
Alright, try to hold the mic.
Yeah, oh sorry. I forgot I had it.
This is actually really good.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. So, honestly, I have like a quick question though.
What's up?
I need like $10,000 for like a loan. Well, like, so we have, you know Stephanie? So she's developing an app. It's called Ride. It's like Uber. And so she's just looking for all of us to invest because, you know, it's gonna blow up on you. Like, you know, Stephanie, like anything she puts her mind to, it's gonna work. So it's just like, we really need this loan. You can take it out your pension.
Oh, you want me to give you $10,000?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Will you?
Where am I gonna get $10,000, Janelle?
Your pension?
Oh, I see. Well, if I take it out, I'd have to close it. I don't want to close it.
But Ani, like think of like the money we will be able to make. It'll be more than your pension. Like it will triple, even more than that. Like you have to see the bigger picture here. I feel like you're thinking very small.
You know how big Uber is?
Do you know how big
That's
Uber
what
is?
most people do. They don't think, well, you're young. You can afford to think long term. I don't have 30 years. You do. So, I'm old. I'm not supposed to be 30
Exactly.
years in the
So
future.
why are you packing away
You're
the
old,
money?
You have nothing to lose.
See, JL's with me. The money. She said you had. I thought she had. Ani.
Did you all really think you could call me Friday afternoon at 3:03?
Yeah.
You convinced me in a 30-second phone call to shut down my pension?
Yeah. All right, Ani. We'll talk about it more, okay?
Just like Venmo
Yeah,
us.
I gotta be more strategic.
Okay. How about you? Can you like Venmo us like half of it?
Plan it out better, Janelle. This is not
All
working.
right. I'll come with you with a better approach later. I love you.
Bye.
She honestly kept her cool for that. For being asked for $10,000 and take it out of the
That's
pension.
how she is all the time. She always asks her for like $10,000. It's not like a crazy thing for us to ask.
Dude.
You can rattle off some ideas. I won't say anything. I won't take them as an
It's
answer.
not Affleck. It's not Wahlberg. It's... Oh, God, I see him.
Born Ultimatum,
How
The
you-
Born Supremacy. I don't know if you've seen those.
How you like them apples?
Yep.
Oh, Matt Damon.
That's correct. Good answer.
Oh, that's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, that's correct. 2 for 2.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, that's correct. All right, we're on to the next one. Do you guys like comedians? You guys know comedians?
No.
Okay, so let's see. This is a famous comedian born in Canton, Massachusetts, known for his cynical and rough style of humor. His initials are BB.
B.
BB.
You didn't say it. Then say you didn't say it. See, I was going to say Bernie Mac, but that's B. So I've already...
I don't know if I know that one.
You know-
I might have to
Anything? Any guesses at all off the top of your head? I won't take it as an answer. Anything that's popping up?
Is it Bert? No. That's not Bert. What's his name?
Bert Kreischer, it's not him.
It's not Kreischer. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, so to stay in the running for $20, what you can do to skip, and totally your call, is what we're gonna ask you to do is call a parent on speakerphone and tell them you need $10,000 to invest in your friend's business idea.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
This might play perfect into
You've already done something similar. I asked him for $2,000 like a month ago, so like...
If they don't pick up, we'll give you the pass just for trying.
Hey, Ma. Just a quick question. Would you give me $10,000 to invest in a friend's business idea?
You know what?
In a business idea.
Depends what it is.
Okay, cool. Just out of curiosity.
Who are you with?
Just some people just asking questions. I'll talk to you later though. Don't worry.
All right. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was a very fair answer. Third question is, I'm a famous comedian born in Canton, Massachusetts. Known
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, that's correct. You knew right away.
Yeah.
You knew it. Are you a Bill Burr fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
Bo Burnham.
Nope, I'll give you one last guess. It's not Bo Burnham. He's got Netflix specials. He's a white dude. He's edgy, he's rough. You like comedians, Amari?
Yeah. The only one I know is Kevin Hart. That's not a guess. That's not a guess.
Okay. Just let us know your knowledge.
BB Netflix special, born in Canton, Massachusetts.
Yup. Known for his cynical and rough style of humor. His initials are BB. All right, so this is what we can do. If you want to skip this one and go on to the next one, stay in the running for $20.
Skip.
All right, but what you have to do to skip and to move on is one of you guys have to call your parents, put them on speaker, and ask them for $10,000 for a loan that you want to invest in your friend's company. Is this gonna be your mom or your dad?
Mom.
Your mom. All right, hold this microphone near if you can.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Yes.
Can I have $10,000 to invest in my friend's company?
What?
Can I?
For an app.
For an app.
What are you talking about?
So you need it.
We need it. We're trying to raise funds so we can make an app.
Okay.
So can I? But can I borrow them from you?
I don't know. I'd have to talk to your dad.
You said just
We would need a little bit more of information on this company.
Okay, I'll send you the link and the specifics.
All right.
Okay.
We'll wait. We'll wait for the info.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye.
How about this? I'll give you this. If you guys get this question right, I'll give you the $20. Because you guys have been playing along. You ready?
Oh gosh.
This is a popular actor who grew up and was born in Cambridge, Massachusetts. His sibling is also a well-known actor. He starred in Manchester by the Sea. Who am I?
Mark Wahlberg.
That's the only actors that we know.
We need to catch up on stuff. Honestly.
I don't know.
All right, how about this? I'll give you the last name. It's Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
No.
What?
That's the sibling that's also famous.
What's the other?
What's the brother?
He has a brother was in Manchester by the Sea. He does like other movies, but not like as big as Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
David?
No.
John?
No.
No clue.
No clue.
We are not getting this.
It's Casey Affleck.
Oh.
It's all right.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Thanks for playing.
This was fun.
It's their sibling
Ben
is.
Affleck.
Oh, I won't take it.
All right.
Their sibling is also a well-known actor, and they starred in Manchester by the Sea. Who am I?
Oh, Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck. That's correct. 4 for 4. This is the. You ready, Maury? You're looking around. Do you want $20?
I'm nervous.
Look for the answers, bro.
This actor starred in Manchester by the Sea.
Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck. That's correct. I was born in Boston. Last name rhymed with Vader. Known for his guest appearance in The Office, his role in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Stargate. Who am I?
That's a tough one. Last name rhymes with Vader.
Last name rhymes with Vader. It's the last question, so it's got to be somewhat difficult. Known for his guest appearance on The Office, his role in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Stargate. I don't know if you know any of those, but
Is it Christian Slater?
it's not Christian Slater. It's not Christian Slater. All right, so I have a final question. Just if you want to skip and stay in the running.
All right.
What we're gonna have you do, if you want to, is call a parent and ask them for $10,000 to invest in a friend's business idea.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
You don't want to do it?
No.
All right, then I'm sorry we can't can't give you the 20, but thanks for playing.
All right.
That's all we got for you, man.
All right.
This is a popular actress who was born and lives in Boston, known for her roles in Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill. Who am I? Popular actress.
Yes, I know. It's the blonde chick.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to remember this in a second. Sword, cutting off the head.
Yep. She was awesome in Kill Bill.
Starts with an H, I think. No. Oh gosh.
All right, how about this? I'll give you her last name. If you get her first name, if you get her first name exactly correct, we'll move on.
Okay.
Last name is Thurman. What's her first name? It's got to be exactly correct.
Oh, I want to kick myself. I'm not gonna know this. I'm not. It's like I'm thinking like Heidi, but it's not Heidi. It's something slightly complicated if I remember.
You got any guesses?
I got any guesses. I don't know it.
All right, it's Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. Dang it.
Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman, that's correct. Yes. All right, you guys win. Here. What are you gonna do with this $20, Amari?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with that?
Where are we gonna go to the movies or gonna go to?
Go watch the Batman. Really good movie.
Oh yeah.
You gonna go to the movies?
Yeah.
All right, Amari, spend it well. All right.
Yeah.
Go try to get that girl back.
No. I belong to the street.
All right, we're back, and there was a winner. I shelled out not only $20 but $40 because I was talking to as you saw, that nice those two friends, the guy and the girl. Amari made a guest appearance, came back, and I cut them a lot of slack, but I was having a good time with them.
Yep. Well deserved.
Amari hopefully ran back to his friends and shared the people of Boston with them, told them they got $20, maybe I'll see them around.
Yep. And
they'll keep coming back. It's like, maybe like when you give a stray dog some food. Amari was hilarious.
Yes.
He's so funny. I want him to come back.
Yep. We should have him on every episode.
I wish he wasn't like 9, so it wouldn't be weird if I like had his number and like called him and said, "You want to come?" Like,
yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, like I can't be in contact with a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old, however old he is, whatever. But yeah, so that was fun. There was a winner. Congratulations to them, and they beat you. I mean, I cut them more slack than I cut you.
I never would have got that last one. I could not. I was just drawing a blank.
You couldn't.
Spader, I probably could have got.
Uma. It's just such a weird first name. You're right.
Dude, I knew. Yeah.
It is weird. Uma. It is weird. Uma. Emu. Uma.
Emu. The emu.
Okay, so now we're on to the last part of the podcast, which is a Pretend I'm 10.
Our favorite segment. Pretend I'm 10, baby.
I love Pretend I'm 10. I think it offers like a lot of like creativity when you ask people. These set it up in this way. So we're going to ask people to pretend we are 10 years old and explain to us what happens when you grow up. Right?
Great question. Yep.
Now, it's kind of hard to think of these, but I think that is a question that a 10-year-old would ask, or someone that is younger, right?
Yeah.
And at this point now in our lives, like we were talking about before, you're like, what do you mean, like, what happens when you grow up, right? Because it's like weird, but a kid is like so like kind of like everything is new, right? The world doesn't truly make sense yet. Maybe it does a little bit, but you don't know. So like you have a lot of questions. Kids are usually very curious.
Yep.
So I feel like that's something that a child might ask an adult is what happens when you get older. I'm still young. Want to start?
I can definitely start because I feel like if you give your answer first, I'll kind of piggyback off that.
Okay.
And I think that you're going to answer this in a different way that I am. So I don't want you to sway my answer.
Okay.
So we'll pretend I'm 10. What happens when I grow up? I would probably say to a 10-year-old that, a lot of times people continue to go to school to find a job, to make some money, to pay bills, right?
Okay.
Typically that's those are the events of life. After you do all that, typically, again, generalization here, you have children, you have a family, you take care of your children, and the cycle kind of repeats itself. So school, job, money, family.
Yeah.
All right. That's typically how I would describe that. But I would also tell them that not everybody does that. There's a lot of people who don't have a job for whatever reason. I think it's become increasingly popular, especially during like the pandemic, for people to travel instead of have a job. So kind of be transient and live in different areas than just one centralized apartment building or a house. And some people don't end up having kids either. So maybe if you go to school and you get that good job, you maybe get married, maybe you don't.
Yep.
And maybe you don't want to have children. So then you're just an adult with money who can do really whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So there's lots of possibilities.
Okay.
Or you're an orphan when you're an adult.
Gotcha. You just say a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, but you don't like that, so.
No.
Trying to narrow it down. You know?
Yeah. No, you got into specifics.
Yeah.
So I would think I would start by saying that what happens when you grow up is you start to see the world differently than you do now. The world changes, and as you get older, you get more mature, and your mind will change as well as the different things that are happening in your life. I would say that you're going to have more responsibility when you get older. All the things that like mom and dad do for you now, like you're gonna have to do for yourself. You're going to have to figure out what you're really good at and enjoy, and how you can basically monetize that, and how you can make a living off that, whatever it is. You have to, I would say, you're gonna have to start to think about how you're going to make a living for yourself and provide and take on these new responsibilities that you don't have right now. I would say that it's just a lot of like changing, a lot of new things. It's always new and exciting. So you just have to be ready for like being able to deal with new things. It's always going to be different.
That's a great answer. See, and I'm glad that I went first because I
thought you were just good too.
I thought I would have piggybacked off everything that you said. I think you hit the nail on your head. When you're growing up, I think it's important that a kid knows that all the things, or a 10-year-old, all the things that you think now, you're not going to think the same way about, when you're an adult. I think people say this a lot, right? Kids see the world in black and white, and when you grow up, you find out it's not really like that.
Yeah.
So
things change, and things are always going to change. And I think that like my 80-year-old self would probably give my same self that similar advice. It's like a 40-year-old to a 10-year-old is about the same as like a 60-year-old to me. Like 60-year-old me talking to me, I don't know, probably be the same thing. A lot of shit's gonna change. You're 20 now, you think you got it figured out, and you don't.
Yep.
And you think you think you know what's gonna happen, and it's not.
Yeah.
And like you don't. We say that we know that, but then we don't know that until it like pops up, like whatever. So yeah.
I definitely think we have it figured out.
Yeah.
I reassure myself every day. I'm like, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Yeah.
I have an apartment.
Yep.
And
exactly.
What else do I have everything figured out, but really we don't.
I know. Really, we're just still children. But
who have access to alcohol now.
Yeah, and can be tried as an adult. So we got to be careful.
In the People Boston Municipal Court.
Yes, yeah, we'll try ourselves in the court. So I think that's a fun thing. We asked Amari this question, who I think he said he was 10 and a half or something.
Perfect.
Or 11.
Yep.
So we're going to hear from an actual 10-year-old what he thinks happens when you grow up, which I thought is a nice touch.
Okay. Very nice.
And that's really, I think, all we can say about this, right?
All right. Let's hear what they had to say.
Let's hear what the people had to say.
I want you to pretend I'm 10 years old. So this is something we do where, I'm going to ask you a question under the guise of a 10-year-old. So pretend I'm 10 and explain to me what happens when you grow up. Like, explain what's growing up.
When you grow up.
Yeah.
All the dreams that you thought you could do, you really can't, so you kind of settle. And you kind of just do something that can slightly make you happy, that you're not completely miserable with, but you still kind of enjoy. Like your core dream is somewhere in there, but you're definitely not reaching that pinnacle that you really thought you were gonna get to.
Gotcha. So you're not an astronaut, but maybe you make little model planes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what would you tell me? Pretend I'm 10 and explain to me, what does it mean to grow up?
Well, I think, are we on? Okay. Well, I think keep the child in you alive.
Okay.
And remember how beautiful you are and how precious you are. And keep your dreams alive and believe in the possibility of magic. Children have that sense of magic.
Yeah.
And I think some of, like you see some people, they become adults and they play on an adult level,
Yeah.
Like you watch somebody like, Lionel Hampton, you watch somebody like Brother Blue. You watch somebody like, let me just think of things. My friend Opiemi Karam. You watch adults who are very grown up and they take care of themselves and they've learned to be grown-ups, but they keep the child, they keep that play, that sense of play alive. The people who have made the most difference in the world are not the ones who did what was realistic.
Okay.
What Coretta and Martin did was not realistic.
Who's Coretta and Martin?
Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King.
Oh, gotcha.
What they did was not realistic.
Yeah,
It
especially
kind
for
of
the time.
changes, right?
Yeah.
What let me just think of what Brother Blue did was not realistic. What Fannie Lou Hamer, she was a civil rights activist. The changes that they were able to bring about at that time in the South were not realistic.
Yeah.
So, what Eve Ensler with A Billion Women Rising, which includes men as well, those things are not realistic. The people who believe in the beauty of their dreams and find a way to make them come true. So whatever you have in you, whatever you love to do, stick with that. Be persistent. Don't give up. Have some kind of discipline to keep you going. But
great advice.
Believe in something greater, whatever you want to call it. The name isn't so important, but there's something beyond what we can see with our eyes.
Yeah.
You know, some people call it God, some people call it goddess, some people call it love. It doesn't matter what you call it.
Okay.
But take that force with you. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. And get a lot of support around you. And support your friends. And stand for what's right. And do what you love, what you really love. And it's not selfish.
Like the podcast.
To do what you love. Like you love doing podcasts. Do that. Right.
Yeah.
And somebody may say that's crazy. But that's what you love to do.
Sure.
So you do that. You know, whatever's in your heart.
Yeah.
To do. And if you can get support from your family, great. And if you can't, get support elsewhere, you know, and enjoy life and be grateful. And if you're mad, find a way to get it out without hurting anybody.
I was gonna say, you're not punching the pillow.
You can punch a pillow. That's okay.
You can?
You can punch a pillow. Just, try not to punch another person.
Okay, there.
Richard! Oh, wow.
Don't deny your negative. If you have negative feelings like anger or fear, express them in a healthy way. Express them. Don't push them down and pretend like they're not there, because that's a good way to get sick.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
And it'll get
So
you
let
in the
it
long
out.
run. Yeah.
Right, but just find a way to express it. And sometimes you can express it through art or music or poetry or podcasts or
There you go, yeah.
writing.
Poetry, yeah.
And don't give up. It's hard times, but don't give up. And you may feel alone, but we're really not alone.
I want you to pretend I'm 10 and explain to me what happens when you grow up. So I'm a 10-year-old, maybe I'm your kid or your nephew or something like that, and I come up, what happens when you grow up? What's it like? What would you say?
Well, I would answer that if I were 10 or you were 10, and I would say, describe my life, I would say that just live life and don't stress about the little things or the little problems that you have growing up. Those things are just like feelings or moments that will pass, and at the end you just have to be happy and cool with who you are, and at the end everything will turn out right. And just work towards yourself and towards helping others and your family, and you'll live happy.
All right, that's a good answer.
If you were a 10-year-old and you would ask me like what happens when you grow up, I would say that you become your own person.
Okay.
You start like doing your own thing, like stopping like depending on others. You just like I would literally tell that person, you become you.
Nice.
You become you. Yeah.
Sorry, I was interrupted. Is that Amari? What's up, brother? How's it going?
Hey.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Amari, what's going on? Where's your scooter?
I came from school, so I didn't.
You come bring it?
Yeah.
We're asking, how old are you?
10.
You're 10?
No, I'm 11.
Oh, sorry. This is perfect. What do you think happens when you grow up?
Life happens.
Life happens?
Bills.
Bills?
A wife and kids.
Wife and kids.
Yeah.
You last time we talked to you, you said you might have a girl. Do you have a favorite restaurant in Boston? You like going out? Taking the ladies out? No. You don't take the ladies out?
No.
Kyrie? No. Do you have a girlfriend?
That's classified.
That's classified. He's out of here. Remember? You gotta.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. What happened?
What happened?
She cheated.
No, she didn't.
way.
No way.
She cheated on you? You're the basketball star.
Yeah, I had a hockey tournament.
You had a hockey tournament. Well, how did she cheat on you?
I don't know. He kissed another guy.
She kissed another guy?
No.
Hey, at least you know she's in for you, man.
Are you gonna give her another shot?
No.
Throwing her to the curb? Kicking her to the curb. She cheated. I don't blame you.
She belonged to the street.
She did belong to the streets. What's your name?
My name is Liam.
Liam, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. You live in Boston?
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Nice. Whereabouts?
Brighton's.
Nice, nice. How's it going? You like the
good.
city?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was raised here. I can't not like it.
Yeah. Do you want to get out of here though, or do you plan on staying here forever?
It's getting a little expensive.
Yeah.
Could use a little cheaper. Cheaper rent would be good.
Yeah, I've seen that. How like locals are getting priced out of their own city type thing.
Yeah.
Which is like that's got to be annoying.
It's a little annoying, but what can you do? It happens everywhere.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, it's a good sign too because Boston's kind of upcoming.
Yeah.
It's showing that things are getting better when prices go up. So it's like a good and bad thing. To pretend I'm 10 years old.
Okay.
Okay. And explain what happens to me when you grow up. So a 10-year-old, maybe your own kid, in the future. I don't know if you have one now, but
that's a tough one.
Where'd you start? What would you say?
What happens to you when you grow up?
Yeah.
You have more responsibility. You got to pay bills. I mean, growing up kind of sucks. As a kid, you have everything handed to you.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want, basically, with no consequences.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So you just say it sucks?
It sucks. Pretty much. That's it. Yeah.
It sucks. All right. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Hit them right in the reality of
just like
let them know what's going on.
Consequences for your actions, pretty much. And on top of that, you have to pay for anything you want.
Yeah.
You want a nice place, you got to pay for it. You want good food, you got to pay for it.
Yep.
Everything. Nothing comes free.
Yeah.
What happens when you grow up?
What would your advice or response be?
You have a lot of independence to figure out how to make yourself function in the world, to figure out what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, do the things and hang out with the people who are important to you, and take the things that aren't important to you out of your life.
Okay. So you'd have a lot more control and responsibility.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What thing would you say that, like, you would say, you're going to miss this? Like, what would you tell a 10-year-old about their current life as a 10-year-old versus, their life when they get older? What would you say? Make sure you enjoy this aspect specifically.
I would say just not having the responsibility to necessarily work every single day, to kind of go out and play.
Okay.
I think like the other day I went out and just kicked around a soccer ball, which brought me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
And it's a rare opportunity where I get to do that.
Yeah.
And not hurt the next day.
Yeah, especially with the
and enjoy that.
In your long hours, I'm sure. Like.
Yeah.
That's good. So enjoy your time to not work.
To just run around and enjoy, being outside and playing with friends. Yeah.
Gotcha. I want you guys to pretend I'm 10.
10?
Pretend 10 years old.
Okay.
And explain to me what growing up means. Like, what is it? If a 10-year-old came up to you, maybe your kid or someone close to you that's 10, right? What does it mean to grow up? What would you tell them?
You're gaining responsibilities as you're growing up.
They're 10.
Okay.
Like, enjoy your life.
Well, like, what happens when I'm your age?
It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna gain responsibilities, new experiences. You're gonna explore, see what you like, see what you don't like. It's just like, it's a fun ride, but it's also just like a lot at once sometimes,
Okay. What advice would you give, like, about growing up to a 10-year-old?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I didn't put a lot of thought into things. So it's like, do things that you really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, enjoy your life, and don't necessarily like listen to other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, just because things sound cool, like, give them some thought.
Okay.
Like, take a second to do things. Like, don't rush into everything.
That's good advice.
Yeah. Definitely what she said, but honestly, find your own path, figure out what works for you. Like, don't rush into things. I feel like take your time, figure out what you like, your hobbies, your niches, and then make your own world, your own path for that.
Okay, so you're 10 years old. You want to be a grown-up, right?
Yeah.
What is most exciting for you as a grown-up? Nobody can tell you what to do, right?
Okay.
Well, actually, you have to get a job whenever you get grown up. Somebody's gonna tell you have to go to college, or you have to go get a job, or you have to do something with your life. So people are still telling you what to do, even though you're a grown-up, and they're not supposed to be able to tell you what to do whenever you're 18 years old. You don't get to nap anymore whenever you want to. You have to worry about who's paying for the roof over your head. You have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. You may have to make it yourself. Your parents aren't going to make it for you anymore. Your older siblings aren't going to make it for you anymore.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't it sound a lot better to stay 10 years old than it does to grow up? Like, I'm thinking about it right now. Like, I miss my days whenever I was a kid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All
No
I was
worries.
doing was playing soccer out in the field. Like, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have any of that going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. So basically everything
Zero.
just gets worse, is what you're saying to the
I'm
kid.
not saying it gets worse. I'm just saying that it's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
You got it pretty good.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
And things are going to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happens when you grow up?
Yeah.
Well, the most important thing you discover is that adult life is not as much fun, but mostly responsibilities. And you discover that, well, when I was 10 years old, I thought that I will be able to do like so much more. And then I discovered that, well, I can do some things which I couldn't do back then, but I can't do some things which I could do as a child. For example, I love climbing up trees.
Okay.
So enjoy your time when you're 10 years old, climb all the trees you got there, because many things will change when you grow up.
That's good advice. That's good advice. So some things change for the better and some for the worse. It's a little bit give and take.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, Joe, there it is. There's some advice. And you know, it's free advice. So it's something that people maybe that are listening have young children.
Mm-hmm.
And then their kid comes up and maybe asks them that. And now they got the answers. And then for
You're welcome.
ourselves, we have already thought about this. So when we have children, we can almost refer back to this, go and watch ourselves on Spotify 5-6 years out from now.
Like the hologram.
It would be at
comes
least
up.
10. Yeah. Be at least 10 years out. And when our kid's 10 and asks us these questions, we can say, what did we say? And then we got a baseline. Then we go, man, we were so smart back then. Or we can say we were so dumb. Who knows? We'll figure it out when we get there and look back. But that's the episode. I guess all I'd have to say is please follow us on our social media links for little clips like Joe's mom mentioned she saw us. That's how she was ahead of the game, was because she follows us and sees the clips of the interactions of people on the street. Of course, tune in here for the full-fledged conversations. But yeah, we got peopleofboston.com you can go to and access all that good shit. We have our video podcast on Spotify. If you're listening on Google or Apple, it's just going to be audio. So you get to see mine and Joe's beautiful faces on Spotify. And that's it. That's all I got to say. You have anything?
I don't. No joke today either.
No joke?
I'm really slacking. I didn't make notes, so that's why my answer was so bad before for this episode. But yeah, no joke, no notes. I'm kind of falling apart. But I am going on vacation.
Yes.
So
I
that's
don't know if you want to mention that.
Yeah, I do have an excuse. I'm going on vacation, so my mind is elsewhere. Like worrying about what kind of snacks I'm going to get on the flight.
Who are you flying?
Delta.
That's
the
good.
official sponsor of the New York Knicks.
Really?
Yes. I know the people of Boston aren't going to like that, but they're my favorite basketball team.
Yeah, you're a Knicks fan.
Yeah. So Delta. Yep.
Delta, I heard, is a great airline.
Really? I hear a lot of bad things about Delta.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of bad about United.
You know what I like? You ever flew?
Mm-hmm.
You ever flew JetBlue?
Yes.
JetBlue's the best. So shout out JetBlue. I'm not flying JetBlue.
They used to make those were the flights that always had the TVs on them.
Yes.
Exactly. Like before
and
other flights.
Extra legroom and stuff. Yeah, I love JetBlue. Shout out JetBlue.
Yeah, well, Delta, I mean, you're going to have to fucking suffer with Delta.
It's only 4 hours, so.
Yeah, that's good. Well, enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
You'll be able to listen to the podcast while you're there lying down on the beach.
I can't wait. Can't wait for Monday, baby.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good week.
All right.
I've been in instances where in classroom participation, I raise my hand and say, 2 + 1's 3. They invite the class, go, 3, ha, ha.